going to do my WWE Smackdown review. Smackdown Smackdown been off since 10 o'clock. I'm going to do my review on it. Going to talk about what happened on the show. And then we're going to go do my Royal Rumble 2024 predictions because the Rumble is tomorrow night in Tampa, Florida. And then we're going to talk about breaking news about Vince McMahon resigning from WWE and TKO because of sexual because of sex trafficking and sexual assault on an employee. There's a lot of news that we will be talking about. But anyway, hit that like button, leave a comment, please subscribe to my channel, enjoy this video. It may go on for like an hour. Now, before I go into my show, I actually want to talk about JD from New York and just Alex. These are the podcasters that I will be showing here. JD from New York, Just Alex, Wrestling Inc., Fightful Wrestling. And then we'll go into the show. Everyone talk about Vince McMahon. They're good my work commentary. That was 3 hours. Luigi. Oh, see, that's the Rumble. That's it. Disgusting. Abusing sex trafficking. Mustafa Ali debuts in TNA Wrestling. This is gross. Vince McMahon has a massive sex trafficking sexual assault. I'm gonna forget that they talk about this. It's all about Vince McMahon. They said Kevin Pastor was fired. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Vince McMahon resigned from WWE and TKO referenced awful accusations. Vince McMahon, who founded WWE in 1982, had resigned from his role in the TKO executive chairman and from his position on the TKO board of directors. Vince McMahon, 78 years old, leave the publicly traded company, which was formed when the UFC merged with WWE last year, following a lawsuit filed Thursday that accused him of sexual misconduct. In the lawsuit, General Grant, who worked in WWE legal and talent department, alleged that McMahon forced her into an unwanted relationship for her to attain and keep her job and passed around pictures and videos of her to other men, including other employees. The lawsuit was filed in U.S. District Court in Connecticut, where WWE is headquartered, also named WWE. And John Laurinaitis, the company's former head of talent relations and general manager at Defendants. Sure, be sure you guys enjoy the Discord now. That were listed as WWE corporate number 1, corporate member number 1, number 2, WWE superstar, which was allegedly Brock Lesnar. I don't know what happens to those people. I don't. Actually, I'm not sure if I want to skip it, but I only played the beginning. Time. Gentlemen, thank you so very much for being here with me tonight and celebrating what is the greatest day in WWE history.
didn't think it was going to happen, honestly. I did not think it was going to happen this soon. I thought we'd get through the Royal Rumble. I thought we would be waiting for justice to prevail here. You guys know how I feel about this. I have documented this for years. Vince has been the bane of this podcast's existence. Mostly because of the terrible booking that we've had to sit through and endure for years and years and years and years. The Wall Street Journal ousted him in the first go-around, where it was simply just hush money, $14 million or in hush money payments, using company funds to keep women quiet as he was having extramarital affairs in and around Stamford Titan Tower. He had to step away, and he put out a tweet. You guys remember the fabled tweet? He put out that he is retiring at whatever age he was then. I don't know. How old is he now? 77, 78 years old? 76, 75 years old? Puts out a tweet on social media saying that he's retiring from World Wrestling Entertainment. And we all knew it was nothing but garbage as he sends that tweet to everybody worldwide. As soon as he hit the send button, everybody knew it was bullshit. He was already on the phone with his lawyers. He was already blaming people because he himself felt that he was pressured into doing something that he really shouldn't have done, and that was retire. He said if he stayed on board, everything would be swept under the rug. Typical Vince McMahon method is throw money at it, and then he hopes it goes away. No matter how much money Vince McMahon is set to take in from his resignation, and just goodbye altogether forever. As soon as he sent that tweet, we all knew it was bullshit. He was already on the phone with people, blaming everybody else for his problems. He was forced to send that out. He was forced to do and say things that he didn't really believe in. And we go through a nice phase. You guys remember. We went through a nice phase, man, where things actually felt different. Monday Night Raw after that felt different. Smackdown after that felt different. SummerSlam felt different. We go through SummerSlam. We went through Extreme Rules that year with the return of Bray Wyatt. Everything just felt right. It's like, oh shit, this is the WWE. This is just a taste, a piece of the pie. With Triple H in charge. Imagine if Triple H is completely in charge. Things were different. We got War Games. You guys remember that, right? The first ever War Games match, Bloodline. Everybody was doing battle against the Bloodline at that time. I think Brawling Brutes. It's great. After that Survivor Series, the product took a nosedive. Vince McMahon was weaseling his way back into power. Out public statements about strategic alternatives and all this other corporate garbage that you usually hear. Seeking strategic alternatives, new TV deal, selling the company. None of these things are going to happen without him present in the company. We all knew what he was trying to do. Every single person knew what he was trying to do. He tried to weasel himself back into power. At that point, the WWE Board of Directors unanimously voted him no to the company because you want to seek strategic alternatives to TV rights and selling the company and this and this and this and all this other bullshit. You coming back here is going to be a hindrance on the productivity of WWE. He actually said WWE was stagnant. Remember that? The most viewed PLE in Extreme Rules history. Body knows. And Triple H was going to run WWE. Nick Khan was going to run WWE. His family, if Stephanie was there, was going to run WWE. And he did. He would never be able to live with that fact, ever. They ended up on the board of directors. Why is that? Because those unanimous votes of no, he got rid of those guys. And he put people in there that were going to say yes. Where are they now? Never heard a fucking peep about Michelle Wilson and George Barrios ever again. But what I want to know, and this is something that I question all the time, how was this man voted out unanimously? No, stay away. And then everybody voted unanimously yes for him to come back and regain his seat at the board. It's very weird. Now, how did that work out? Then you got to hear Nick Khan and you got to see Triple H, and I feel bad for them. They didn't give a fuck about Vince. As far as I'm concerned, Nick Khan may have been one of the people leaking this shit to the Wall Street Journal. Him or Stephanie. They said things in regards to Vince McMahon. Oh, Vince McMahon's the greatest of all time. We can't do this without Vince. His legendary status and leadership will transcend eras from this point on into the future, forever and ever. Whatever the fuck they want to spew. It's bullshit. Swing the vote back in his direction, where they unanimously voted him back in as a yes. Stephanie packed her bags, and we never saw her again. We didn't hear from her. We didn't hear about her. She's gone. Will she ever return? I don't know. Maybe. Now that Vince is gone, maybe. But that woman knew everything. That woman turned around and left so fucking quickly, she vanished like Batman in the night. Never. We got the Bloodlines out on TV. The greatest ending to a Rumble PLE ever, with Sami Zayn turning on Roman Reigns. Remember that? Everybody was high. The hype was big. The interest in the product was up. Cody Rhodes is back in WWE. He's challenging Roman Reigns at WrestleMania for the Universal Heavyweight Championship. WrestleMania went on. Night one is considered one of the greatest WWE shows ever. Some people label WrestleMania 38, or 39 rather, WrestleMania 39, one of the greatest WrestleMania shows that they've ever produced. A lot of that has to do with Triple H. A lot of that has to do with Paul Levesque. But it wasn't all Paul Levesque. It wasn't. Throughout TV and through certain instances, you saw Vince asserting his power. People called me a conspiracy theorist. People called me a hater. People called me a lunatic, a psychopath. You don't know what you're talking about. All because they want you to think. And then they're feeding the dirt sheets. Oh, Vince McMahon's not there. He's not backstage. Then he shows up backstage. You see him with the headset on at WrestleMania. Oh, yeah, that's great. Thank you for confirming what we've already known months before that. We walk into Raw after WrestleMania, one of the worst WWE shows that I've ever sat through, ever. Oh, Vince is not back. Segment by segment, week by week, that's a Vince segment. That's something Triple H wouldn't do. What happened to this storyline? Why are these people not on TV? Why are there 2-minute matches on TV? The list went on and on and on. He was booking the show. National television telling everybody, oh, I can't do this without Vince. Yes, you could. The fuck do you need Vince for? Vince apparently got more power as soon as the deal went through. He was larger than ever, looming over everybody. Everybody was like, oh, Vince is going to remain in power. He sold the company to Endeavor. He's going to try and manipulate his way back into doing what he used to do. Thank God that didn't happen. Thank God that didn't happen. Don't know what went wrong. Don't know what happened. But as soon as the company was sold, Endeavor put out a statement that they knew Vince McMahon was a fucking liability to the entire company. They knew what they were getting. I don't feel sorry for any single motherfucker over there. I don't. They didn't need Vince here. But the company was sold. And like I've always told you, it was never about a sale. Vince thought by selling to Endeavor and selling to Ari Emanuel that he'd have this close-knit relationship and that he'd get what he wanted. He thought this was his way of weaseling himself back into power, manipulating the system to get back into power, to remove everybody that tried to remove him. Didn't work that way. Funny enough, all of our worries and all of our concerns, they didn't end up that way. A couple of months into this thing, Vince McMahon was being pushed to the side. Vince McMahon's power dwindled. Emanuel knighted Triple H. He appointed Triple H head of creative. Vince, stay away. Nick Khan was now assuming Vince's role and conducting duties and responsibilities and negotiating deals all over the place for WWE. Nick Khan may be the greatest corporate hire in the history of the company. But at least Vince is not completely useless. And then we get this story that broke yesterday that was absolutely vile, disgusting, and downright despicable. Evil. Evil. Not going to get into the details. You guys know it's old news already. This is the news. This is what we came for. This is what we wanted. And we got it tonight. I see a lot of people defending Vince McMahon. A lot of people defending Vince McMahon. Oh, the evidence doesn't add up. Or the sexual affairs outside his marriage. That alone is grounds for termination. This poor woman, Janelle Grant, was one of the women. He had her sign an NDA, paid her $1 million, and then ceased payments. I don't know if Vince is fucking stupid or he thinks he's greater than God. If Vince paid the woman the money that he promised her, there's a good chance that we're not sitting here right now. But he didn't do that. He opted to not pay her. And now he's no more. The things that he did as a boss, the things that he did to this woman, whether she enjoyed it, whether she welcomed it, however it came off to you guys, it's sick. Absolutely disgusting. This man is supposed to be a leader of the biggest pro wrestling company on the fucking planet. He's not in charge anymore. That's the thing. You know, Vince did this while in charge. You know, he'd have say in what he does, where he goes, how this goes, how that goes. Vince is not the boss anymore. Ari is the boss. He now has people to answer to for the first time in his life. Sell to Endeavor fucked Vince McMahon in the end. And whoever leaked this shit to the Wall Street Journal, whether it was someone that was closely tied to Vince McMahon, a family member, a board member previously, don't really care. Vince has gotten away
Because the
way
FTF woman
too much for way too long.
only Harper comes out, no, yes.
You can continue
Harley
to act
Bailey
like
and
God
Jackson. Holly
and feel
Gargano
invincible.
got no
But those kinks in the armor of Vince McMahon were starting to
Karen
show,
Block.
and this was the
Yeah.
final blow. He's now laying on the battlefield, and he's dead. The king is dead. None of it should have happened. A man like him in his position, who represents this company and everybody in between, that's the guy you want running the fucking shit. This man doesn't deserve the fucking ground he walks on at this point. I don't feel sorry for him. I don't. Everybody's going to be better off without Vince McMahon here. I wouldn't be shocked if morale this weekend is the highest it's ever been. Has anybody ever thought about all the other females that work there? That currently work there? Or have worked for WWE, a legend? People that worked with Vince McMahon back in the day when he was in charge. Man, the stories that would come out of those mouths. Those are the people I want to hear from. Vince's actions, the disgusting display that you read in the Wall Street Journal, you saw it all play out on television at one point or another. We all sat here and we praised the Attitude Era, the Kiss My Ass Club, and the things that Vince McMahon did, and the antics that Vince McMahon put himself through, and the things Vince McMahon said. It's going to look and sound and feel a lot different nowadays. Never in my entire life have I ever seen art imitate life more than Vince McMahon after what we saw him do on national television as part of chairman of the board for WWE and as Mr. McMahon. Never in my wildest dreams have I ever seen art imitate life more than what we read in the Wall Street Journal yesterday afternoon. It's going to feel and look a lot different from now. Vince McMahon ruined his entire legacy. Vince McMahon tarnished everything that he's ever done because of what he looks like today. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you Vince McMahon is not an important figure. He's the most important figure in the history of professional wrestling. Without Vince, none of this exists. But the dark cloud that hung over WWE for all those years, with people remaining in silence, and people being NDA'd, and you couldn't say this, and you couldn't say that, you couldn't approach Vince, you couldn't talk to Vince, you couldn't say anything. Those days are gone. Those days are finished. The company will be remembered for what we do here today. With Vince being removed, from this day forward, and what we see and do from here is what's going to be remembered. All we ever wanted was a bigger, better. I prayed for this day for many, many, many years. And it's finally here. And if you don't appreciate it, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. A lot of what you read yesterday, I'm not going to go over again. You want to hear some of it? My guy Drew and myself talked about it on TNT last night, an emergency episode 32. We tried to get through it the best we could and be as professional as possible. Go and check that out, where you can find the court documents and read it yourself if you want. I said some outlandish things on this show. Everybody knows me in person. Verbiage like what we saw in the Wall Street Journal and in the court documents. I don't really use that verbiage in my everyday away from YouTube. Very uncomfortable for me to read and even look at. I don't know what happens from this point on. I don't. I don't know what's to become of everything that was in that article. I don't know what's to become of some of the names that were listed as corporate number one, corporate member number one, number two, WWE superstar, which was allegedly Brock Lesnar. I don't know what happens to those people. I don't know who those people are. How many people knew of all these situations? How many people knew what was going on behind locked doors in Titan Tower? How many people knew what what Vince McMahon was doing for 3 years with this woman. This started out as a fucked up relationship before it ended up with Janelle Grant turning into a WWE employee. It almost jumped off the page like Vince McMahon was a depraved old man who wanted nothing but to control a young woman, to manipulate her, use her, abuse her, and do what he wanted with her. Whether she enjoyed it, wanted to do it, and wanted to engage, it's not the story. I feel terrible for her. Being manipulated by someone with wealth and power, I feel terrible. I feel terrible for all women that had to go through that. I feel terrible for everybody involved. John Laurinaitis' wife, who he left in Florida as he flew up to Connecticut to spend time with WWE and do a job and have responsibilities for the better of the company. Meanwhile, he was unzipping his pants getting a fucking blowjob in Titan Tower. Because Vince McMahon pawned this poor woman off and used her to please everybody in his circle. John Laurinaitis' wife, the mother of Brie and Nikki Bella, who had a stroke or something along those lines. I don't know the exact medical condition. How do you think she feels? How do you think Sable feels? Knowing that Brock Lesnar was engaged in these disgusting acts. Asking this woman to urinate for him on film and then calling her a bitch. Yeah, that's really professional. Really makes Brock Lesnar walking out when Vince retired that same day. You look at that a lot differently nowadays, don't you? Vince McMahon walked out, or he retired, and Brock Lesnar walked out of the fucking company only to be convinced to come back by the end of the show. The WWE claimed Brock Lesnar turned his back on WWE and it stands? No. They treated it as if it never happened. Well, why did he walk away? The relationship with Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon is a bizarre one that I don't really want to get into because I don't know the fucking details. How do you think Brock Lesnar's wife feels? How do you think the roster feels? All the men and women working, the men who have loving wives and children at home, knowing that they're working for a sexual deviant who made this woman into a sex slave, defecating on her forehead while she laid there with the shit on her face as he goes to clean himself, to only come back and engage in more sexual activity with her with his therapist. It's great. It's exactly who I want running my fucking company. How do you think the women in that locker room feel? Do you think the women in that locker room would feel safe with Vince McMahon still with TKO? They're probably throwing a fucking party as we speak. Those people exist. Those people were in my comment section on TNT last night. Those people were in my... During this situation, every... From ring crew to tech people who he showed all those naked pictures to Brock Lesnar, who, from what I'm hearing, creative plans for the Royal Rumble regarding Brock Lesnar are being altered. I don't think we see Brock Lesnar anymore. I think he's done. Everybody at Titan Tower that knew what was going on. I see some people telling me that Triple H should be fired. Nick Khan should be fired. Nick Khan and Triple H are two of the people at the top of the list that wanted to push Vince McMahon out. What do you want Triple H to do in this case? What do you want him to do? Did he know of Janelle Grant? I'm sure he knew of Janelle Grant. But what the fuck do you want him to do? Do you want Triple H to fire his boss? It doesn't work that way. Vince manipulated his way back into power. Triple H was useless. Triple power Triple H had was pushing the button on the fucking Keurig machine, turning it on, and pouring Vince and Janelle a cup of coffee. That's the only power he had.
Yeah.
He was useless. Triple H was a fucking puppet. Did he know Janelle Grant? Sure. He looked at Janelle Grant and Vince McMahon. Hey, my father-in-law's got a new girlfriend. Great. Hey, Pop, I'm going to clock out at 4 o'clock. I'm going home to my wife and my kids. I'll see you later. And the Titan Tower turns into the fucking Triple X rated R fucking nightclub that it was. What do you want him to do? Unless Janelle Grant went to Triple H and said, hey, Paul, I was raped yesterday in the fucking broom closet. Can I talk to you about it? Yeah. Involved with this fucking circle jerk of disgusting, vile behavior needs to be held accountable. Every one of them. Who knew? Who knew? Who really knew? What people aren't talking about is Kevin Dunn's departure. Kevin Dunn seemingly got up and walked away, man, right? Kevin Dunn got up and walked away, and he cited, well, I don't want to work for anybody but Vince McMahon. Really? Really? Kevin Dunn sounds very fishy there, brother. Didn't Brock Lesnar walk out of the fucking company for the same fucking reason, the same explanation? That he won't work for anybody but Vince, and he won't answer to anybody but Vince. Kind of sucks that Kevin Dunn walked away when he did, huh? Yeah, I see right through those two fucking teeth, you goddamn fucking beaver. What did he know? Was Kevin Dunn WWE corporate employee number one? I don't know. What about The Rock? What about The Rock? I said this on social media today. I'm thinking about it all night. It's kind of convenient that they named The Rock part of the board for TKO, right? Dwayne Johnson's a part of the TKO board of directors. I'm still wondering what the fuck The Rock is going to do for TKO's board of directors. What is he going to do? But you know what The Rock is? The Rock is a good guy. Everybody looks at Dwayne like he's a good guy, right? He's a PR's wet dream. PR department's wet dream is Dwayne Johnson. Everybody loves Dwayne. But what is he doing on the board of directors? You know, when TKO and WWE, or TKO was formed and WWE merged with the UFC under Endeavor, Endeavor had 6 members of the board. The WWE's 5. I said this today without any prior knowledge of the situation. I didn't know Vince was going to be gone today. I thought it was going to be a little bit. Said he was going to fight Dickerson. Apparently, he didn't put up any fight at all. But WWE had 5 board members, the TKOs, or Endeavors rather, 6. Adding Dwayne this week made it 6 on each side. Now, I don't know where The Rock swings in this case. Obviously, he went on MSNBC and CNN and ESPN and he touted his friendship with Ari Emanuel. I've known Ari for 20 years. I love Ari. I'm a there. Being that he is kind of deep-rooted into the WWE side, he would work majority on the WWE side. Down this week? Because they added Dwayne, and then the Wall Street Journal article came out, and then Vince was fired. Or he resigned. However, Vince getting fired sounds a lot better, but I'll use the proper terminology. He resigned. Quite convenient, huh? How everything kind of played out. I like to ask those questions. Everything just happened. You know, it's crazy when you look at it from different angles, how the pieces pieces of this puzzle kind of fall into place after everything happens. It's like, you go back and look at it, and I'm like, well, they put Dwayne on the board of directors, then the Wall Street Journal thing came out, and then Vince resigned. Did they set Dwayne up knowing that this was going to happen to take Vince's board seat? It's a possibility. I don't know. Everybody that was involved with this, that ever received a text, that ever received anything, as far as knowledge is concerned on this situation, should be held accountable. I'm not saying jail time. I'm not saying burn them at the fucking cross. But they should pay with their jobs. There needs to be, what did Trump say when he first ran for president? He wanted to drain the swamp. Man, that absolutely applies here in WWE. The swamp is not drained. If you think the swamp is drained in WWE, should be fired. Because I guarantee that they had prior knowledge of everything that was going on. And they said nothing. They said nothing. And the fucked up thing is, there are some talented fucking people in that company, on that roster, in that locker room, that work in that office, that build and put together the ring and the sets and the camera crew and the production and everybody involved that makes this show the best wrestling show on the planet. I feel sorry for those people. Because they had to work for this fucking deviant, this monster, this piece of shit, Satan in the flesh, Vince McMahon. They were last night that Vince McMahon was not going to be let go. Everybody worried last night. Everybody was wondering that there may be nothing that TKO can do to remove Vince McMahon after a bylaw that was put into his contract. Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics, big-time analytics and numbers guy, love his work, noted a belief that the aforementioned could only be amended with a majority vote from TKO shareholders to amend the company's governance agreement and the signature of all parties, which includes Vince McMahon. And holds the majority voting power in TKO, but it is believed getting McMahon to agree to any amendment that expedites his removal will prove difficult. McMahon's future was very uncertain because, according to this bylaw, it was noted by Brandon Thurston.
Well, I may with Zion. I think I will with Zion.
This position until either resignation, which we got today, death, or incapacitation. Nobody expected Vince to die tomorrow. Nobody expected Vince to turn into a vegetable. And nobody expected Vince to resign on his own accord. Color me shocked. We got one of those three. He resigned today. Then we got the news. That was last night. Everybody worried about, oh, he's not going anywhere. Because everybody called for his head last night. Everybody called for, after the bell closing on Wall Street, for him to be fired. I was sad when we didn't get it. I figured something would have been done. You know who got it done? Slim Jim. Slim Jim got it done. I'm going to have a box of Slim Jim on the fucking coffee table in the living room just as a fucking reminder of who the biggest W goes to this weekend. Cody or CM Punk may end up winning the Royal Rumble, but the real winner this weekend is fucking Slim Jim. They notified WWE they were pulling their sponsorship from the company for this Saturday's Royal Rumble.
Slim Jim, really?
Apparently, WrestleVault dropped some news this afternoon, saying that they have bad news about Slim Jim's WWE partnership. He said, hearing rumblings that Slim Jim has notified WWE they are pulling their sponsorships from tomorrow's Royal Rumble event. It is yet to be determined if they will remain partners in the future. Slim Jim then posted a statement to post wrestling this afternoon, saying, and I quote, respect in all of our partnerships. Given the recent disturbing allegations against Vince McMahon, at this time we've decided to pause our promotional activities within WWE. This decision reflects our commitment to our brand values and responsibility to our community. We will continue to monitor the situation and base our future engagements on our values for what's best for our brand. Now, I don't have the specifics of Slim Jim's WWE partnership. I wish I had pulled that up. Let me see if I can do a quick Google search. Specifics on WWE and Slim Jim partnership. Let me see what it is. I know it was their largest sponsor. I don't really have those numbers. I'm sure Brandon Thurston has something on his Twitter wall in regards to that. Maybe Drew can fill us in tomorrow when we're live for the Royal Rumble prediction show that we're going to do exclusively on X. Twitter, or this statement rather, on Twitter from Slim Jim, they were their largest partner. And there was another partner, according to Fightful Select, that was threatening to pull, or WWE was in working phases with to get them on board. This partner, this potential partner, wanted nothing to do with WWE. I don't know who it is. I saw it on Fightful. I saw it on Twitter via Sean WhatsApp. I don't know who it was, but the moral of this story is when WWE's pockets are hit hard, what do you want them to do? Slim Jim, they put themselves in the line of fire and said, we don't want anything to do with you unless this man is gone. By the time they put out that statement, he was still with the company. They pulled their sponsorship for the Royal Rumble, which I'm assuming will remain. But I do see Slim Jim getting back on board with WWE because they forced TKO's hand here. They forced Ari Emanuel and WWE's hand here. Get rid of him, and then we'll talk. Nobody's going to want to do business with Endeavor, UFC, WWE, as long as this man is affiliated with the company. But they knew that. They knew that before they bought the company. They knew Vince McMahon was going to be a hindrance. But they did it anyway. They knew the shit that they were getting, and they lied in it. So I don't feel sorry for them. They knew exactly what they were walking into. They're the real winners here. Slim Jim. WWE even pulled Vince McMahon merchandise from the WWE Superstore in Tampa at Tropicana Field. I don't know. First of all, I don't know who's buying Vince McMahon t-shirts. First and foremost, out of everything else there, I don't know who's buying Vince McMahon merch.
I'm not.
If you're buying Vince McMahon merch in 2024, you are a special kind of person that needs to fucking get the fuck out of my sight.
Exactly. Who wants to buy shirts?
Mental health, legitimately.
Vince McMahon shirts? You kidding me?
He's buying Vince merch.
I ain't.
Even before this Wall Street Journal story broke.
No one should.
They removed all Vince McMahon merch.
Yeah.
Nick Khan put out a statement during Smackdown. I was late. I was 7 minutes late. I'm over there tweeting about Elektra Lopez on Smackdown. And Triple H is cooking, getting Elektra Lopez back in Legado del Fantasma. And then I see someone tweet me in that thread, JD Vince is gone. I'm like, what? No, he ain't. Fuck you talking about, man? Then I go on Twitter and then boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This news today overtook Smackdown. Nothing legitimately felt important on Smackdown tonight because this was the biggest story in history. Smackdown wasn't even that bad of a show. Nothing really mattered. Because we were all tweeting our fucking unbelievable happiness about Vince McMahon finally being removed. Nick Khan issued a statement during Smackdown tonight. Thanks, Slim Jim. And it didn't take WWE long at all to act accordingly after Slim Jim said, you know what, guys? Yeah, we're going to take a hike, man. You can step into this fucking no sponsorship, the Royal Rumble. Guys, left. He says in an email tonight to WWE said, I wanted to inform you that Vince McMahon has tendered his resignation from his positions as TKO Executive Chairman and on the TKO Board of Directors. He will no longer have a role with the TKO Group or WWE. Dave Meltzer pointed out that McMahon does not have any voting power in TKO that he once did in WWE, and this is officially the end of Vince McMahon in the company, as he will not be able to force his way back in like he did before the UFC WWE merger that he approved after he resigned in the summer of 2022. Vince McMahon did release a statement tonight after he resigned. He says this to Deadspin magazine. I stand by my prior statement that Miss Grant's lawsuit is replete with lies, obscene and made-up instances that never occurred, and is a vindictive distortion of the truth. I intend to vigorously defend myself against these baseless accusations and look forward to clearing my name. However, out of respect to the WWE Universe, the extraordinary TKO business and its board members and shareholders, partners, and everybody involved, and all of the employees and superstars who helped make WWE into the global leader it is today, I decided to resign from my executive chairmanship and the TKO board of directors effective immediately. End quote. Goodbye. Don't let the door kick you on the leg. This is the greatest day in the history of world wrestling.
Because you don't have this year.
We don't have to worry about anything.
You don't have this year.
We don't have to worry about anything ever. TV will be better. Morale will be through the roof. We now have proper leadership in place that will create equality and a beautiful locker room that everybody will be welcome. Vince McMahon's partnership, leadership, and involvement with World Wrestling Entertainment was not only a hindrance to the business side of WWE, but it was a hindrance to everything that happened on TV. There was always a what if attached to Vince McMahon. What if? When? When is he coming back? Now, he's going to be back eventually. WWE put themselves in a situation where they were not the most desired place to work in. Triple H can do everything in his power to make TV better. Hey, look, all these people that Vince wasn't pushing, all these people that Vince cast away and was not on TV, they're back on TV. Shows feel more full. Shows feel like they have a direction. PLEs have taken a change for the better. The shorter they become, the better they become. We're looking at a Royal Rumble tomorrow with 4 matches. I'm okay with that. Want to know why? Because we're watching for the Royal Rumble match. The more you put into the Rumble match, the better. 4 matches tomorrow. You don't think Triple H is going to be included in those Royal Rumble matches?
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking great.
Yep.
Vince McMahon created an aura about the WWE. Vince McMahon created an environment in the WWE with as long as he was there, it was always, yeah, you know what, WWE sounds like an attractive place to work, but I'm gonna take my business to Tony Khan. TK's got his problems over there. And they're not doing what's best over there on some occasions. But you know what AEW had that WWE did not? As long as Vince McMahon was there, casting a huge dark cloud over everything that the company did. One thing you can't take away from Tony Khan is that he's a great fucking boss to his locker room. He cares for everybody. He takes care of everyone feels welcome. Minus the situation with the garbage that we've had to endure for the last year. You can't take anything away from him in that aspect. The stories you hear about Tony Khan paying for everybody's medical bills, Toys for Todd, This is why I said earlier, the stories that probably would come out of everybody that once worked there once upon a time. Stories that would come out of their mouth about something Vince McMahon related. Especially the women. This is a monumental day that needs to be celebrated if you're a pro wrestling fan. Absolutely. I can sit here and continue ranting about everything Vince McMahon did, but it would do me no good. You got the basis of why I am happy he's not. Triple H is going to run this company the way that we all expected him to do. How do you think he feels? How do you think that man feels tonight, where Vince McMahon, his father, never showed him any respect at all? And you know that's the case. Triple H was never anyone Vince McMahon looked at as a successor to the throne. Triple H ran NXT into the greatest thing that WWE produced in decades. Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard, John Laurinaitis, they all looked to cut it out years ago. Is now finally his. How do you think he feels? You don't think Triple H is getting the last laugh here? You don't think Triple H is sitting down with a nice cold fuck? Triple H don't give a fuck. Triple H and Nick Khan were the first two people on that list that want to push this man out because they knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. They were bound by Vince McMahon's fucking, you can't say nothing. He wielded the ultimate power there. What were they going to do? Love it. Absolutely love it. I don't know what else. Will we see Stephanie? I don't know. I don't know. You guys keep saying Triple H probably knew everything he did. I'm not here to say he did. I'm not here to say he did. There are a lot of people that knew what Vince McMahon was capable of. But what do you want those people to do? The company ran internal investigations to drain the swamp. As far as we know, they did investigations and they did everything that they needed to do. You know who took over? Evil lost. Good riddance. He's not coming back. We don't have to talk about him anymore. I don't want to sit here and talk about it. I felt disgusted sitting here, fucking using the words that I did with Drew, a very good friend of mine, sitting next to me virtually, having to say those things and read those things out loud. I don't want to sit here and cover this story. I don't. We don't have to anymore. How embarrassing do you think it is for people like us? Yeah, I'm not afraid to cover this type of shit. I've been covering this shit. I've been all over this Vince thing from day one, man. You guys know me. That's why you're here, man. We got 5,500 in here right now. If you're me and somebody else who's got to talk about this deviant, disgusting, perverted old man. This is the guy that runs that place, the rapist. How do you think I'm supposed to be? I think these content creators are supposed to be who cover this thing like we do. Oh yeah, you watch that WWE, it's run by a rapist, Vince McMahon. Yeah, that's great. Not only do we have to get shunned because we like pro wrestling, we got to get shunned 10 times over because the fucking man in charge is this. Shit. He's gone, and the WWE is going to see its best day. Over because the fucking man in charge is a sexual abuser who traffics women. Great. Thank God we don't have to fucking talk about this shit. He's gone. And the WWE is going to see its best days ahead of it. Believe me. Been calling it for years. If you haven't been on Paul Levesque's team yet, get on board. He doesn't have to worry about the dark cloud that's hanging over him anymore. He doesn't have to sit there and worry about a Zoom call because his father-in-law is calling to change fucking plans and blow up plans and rip up the script. Everything that will happen from this point on will be what Triple H decides to do or not to do. That's exciting to me, man. You know about anything that he did on Black and Gold. That's exciting to me, man. Now he's got the main roster to work with no anything holding him back. Nothing. Love it. Do you guys want me to talk about Smackdown?
Yeah.
I gotta, look, you guys. Thank you, Angel. Appreciate it. We'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. Dollar, super chat. Vince McMahon is gone. Champagne is gone. What we built here. Channel. Be the first to do. Much for all your support, and please go check.
All right, come on.
Orton said rather, that people are probably surprised he's friends with Carry On. He talked about his intention to beat Roman Reigns and become the Universal Champion and then go on to WrestleMania. We got a Randy chant in Miami. AJ Styles music then played. And he walks out. I'm loving this heel AJ Styles. Well, he's not really heel. He's like a darker AJ Styles. A less happy-go-lucky, no bullshit, no frills version of AJ Styles. I like it. I like it. He's a budget bad bunny, I'd say. Whatever. AJ's out there. He asks Orton if he realizes there are others in the match on Saturday against Reigns. Styles said Orton shouldn't look past him. He entered the ring and told Orton he has a receipt coming after what he did to him last week. He said he'll be stepping over Orton, Reigns, and Knight on Saturday. LA Knight's music hit, walks out, microphone in hand. Knight said he's the biggest threat in their match. And he said Reigns saw this at Crown Jewel and has ever since then. He said he'll fight solo tonight and hit him so hard, he'll start doing his dad's dance moves. He said he'll walk over anyone who gets in his way, becoming the WWE champion. That is not an insult. That's just a fight. Yeah! Out of nowhere, Styles gave Orton a surprise Pele kick as Knight left the ring. Randy Orton went down. Formulaic stuff here. Nothing too exciting. Basic, very basic sell of their match. Four-way tomorrow at the Royal Rumble. Randy Orton, AJ Styles, LA Knight, Roman Reigns. Fatal four-way for the Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns is not losing the championship. He's going to pin AJ Styles. Randy Orton's not taking a pinfall. And LA Knight is not there yet, but he is red hot. And WWE should do absolutely everything to maintain that momentum. AJ is going to take the pinfall loss. The one thing I want you guys to look out for, and I'll talk about this with Drew. I think he might have some news on this tomorrow. So you're going to want to tune into our preview prediction stream live on X. He's going to have some tidbits and some news and notes that you're only going to hear with us. It's going to be very interesting, and I want you guys to pay attention to when this match, this fatal four-way, lands on the card. It's either going to open or it's going to close. I don't know where they're going to put it. If it opens, nothing big is going to happen. Roman Reigns will get the victory. We'll move on to the next and worry about the Royal Rumble. Who wins the Rumble? But if it closes the show, we're probably going to get an appearance by Dwayne Johnson. And what that means for this year's WrestleMania, I don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see where this match lands in the match card for tomorrow's Royal Rumble. But again, this was basic paint by numbers stuff. Not really anything all that impressive. Carlito. He went one-on-one with Santos Escobar. Carlito had Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde, Zelina Vega, and Santos had Humberto Carrillo and my guy Angel Garza out by ringside with him. I don't know what it is, man. Please, someone correct me if I'm wrong or guide me back on track here. I hope I'm not the only one with what I'm about to say. Is Carlito watching Carlos? I love Carlito. I think Carlito's great. But Carlito wrestles like he's moving in quicksand. Everything he does just feels uber slow. It's not particularly interesting. I don't know if that's the way he's wrestled over the years since we last saw him. I don't know if he's working with an injury. I don't know if age is catching up to him. Something feels off about Carlito. I don't really know what it is. He's a lot slow, right? He's a lot slow. That it's slowing him down. I don't know. Didn't do anything for me because it was Carlito trying to keep up with Santos, and Santos needs to work at Carlito's pace. Couldn't go any faster. It's very off. So we go into commercial break. Right before the break, we got Carlito on the outside. He was the recipient of the dive from Escobar and Humberto. He was selling the injury. He was out for a little bit. Escobar hit double knees in the corner on Carlito and followed up with a Frankensteiner from the top rope for two. Yes. My guy Daryl wasn't ready for that. Goodness. Don't follow up with a Frankensteiner from the top rope for a 2 count. Escobar work. Sydney and Bond to celebrate the official end of the Total Control Free. Vincent. As far as the VIP status is concerned, man. He's sitting at the table, dining with the fucking head of the table. This Sydney. Thank you, brother. Oh my God. That is great. You guys fucking blowing me away with the support tonight, man. You guys are on fire. So Carlito is coming up the top rope. He has a Frankensteiner delivered to him. Escobar worked an armbar on Carlito. Escobar pulled Carlito down by his hair, stomped on Carlito. Escobar went back to the armbar. Carlito fired up, took Escobar down with a drop kick. Carlito landed a neck breaker and a spine buster. And then followed that up with a knee. Carlito. Escobar then rolled Carlito up for the 1, 2, 3. So Triple H has now put Legado back at full strength on the main roster, basically the same way that we've seen them when they were on NXT Black and Gold. Elektra Lopez was there at the very beginning of their inception. And I had Alexa go off because I said, Elektra. You can't hear it, so I'm going to continue. Yeah. Now it's very distracting. She won't shut up. Thank you. Thank you. Elektra Lopez. She was with the group, and WWE, when they called up Legado, they left her behind. When Santos got called up to the main roster, they put Zelina Vega, which I thought was great. I thought that was actually helpful. Because at that point, Lopez wasn't even ready. She was green as grass. I'm assuming she's still green, but now that Zelina is with the LWO, Joaquin Wilde and Cruz del Toro, who were with Santos in the original Legado, are with the LWO. Now Santos has Humberto and Angel, and now Lopez is with them, like she was in the beginning stages of Legado on NXT. I think this is great. A lot of you are asking, who? Well, maybe you should watch NXT. Seriously. I know she was involved with Lola Vice on NXT. They had a little thing going on there. But I think this works. I really do. I don't know what this means for her inclusion on the main roster. I don't know if they're going to have her wrestle. But we will see, man. I think Elektra Lopez fits the group very well. And Triple H has put Legado back at full strength by adding that female presence in Lopez. I like the move. Yes. Maybe you guys really need to start watching a little bit more. I don't, listen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you her entire backstory. Just go back and watch some NXT.
People got nice.
AJ Styles was walking backstage. He ran into Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso wanted to make a deal with him to take out LA Knight.
Well, no, we got rematch here. We got 2 matches. We got skip booking. It's a 24/7 time.
AJ wondered if Jimmy Uso was legit. In walks the OC, and they saw Styles talking to a member of the Bloodline. No good. Styles told them not to worry about it when they asked what was that about. Styles wants nothing to do with these 3 losers. Nick Aldis was shown backstage with The Rock's daughter, Ava Raine. Then The Rock joined the board of directors, man, and Ava Raine is all over these programs. She was made the new general manager on Tuesday night on NXT, and now she's on Friday Night Smackdown. It's all over the place, man. Not done by coincidence. It was shown backstage, and she was asking Nick Aldis for tips. I don't know what the fuck you're asking Nick Aldis for tips for. William Regal brought you in on Tuesday. Why don't you ask him? In walked the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. They drew a number out of the Royal Rumble Golden Tumbler. Esteban walked in and drew a number for himself. None of the numbers were real. I like it, though. I love this. They should bring this back every year. I don't know why we started this tonight on the Go Home Show for Smackdown when the Royal Rumble is tomorrow. We should have seen this on Raw as well. R-Truth was shown drawing a number for the Royal Rumble alongside Nick Aldis. This was great. There's nothing R-Truth is a part of that isn't entertaining. He spun the tumbler backstage in front of Nick Aldis and Ava. He got really into it and then pulled his number out and panicked and said, "Oh no, does this mean I'm out of the quarantine?" Aldis said, "It's your number for the Royal Rumble." He then called Nick Aldis Adam Pearce and made a mention of his hair. He says, "Wow, your hair grows fast and it's full of body." I mean, listen, I laugh. I think Truth is great. Truth is going to be in the Royal Rumble, and I think that's just a great addition to the Royal Rumble. Your comedy spot will be taken up by artists. It's on a chance at Kaden Carter, the women's tag team champions, against the Kabuki Warriors. This was for the women's tag team championships. This was a very predictable outcome, and I genuinely feel bad for Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. They finally got an opportunity. They finally were given the ball, and they were given those tag team championships for them, one of the more legit tag teams, probably the only legit tag team outside of, I would say, Isla Dawn and Alpha Fire. They're a legit tag team. One of 2 legit tag teams in the women's division that actually called themselves a tag team. They were nothing more than transitional champions. A mini run as champions, which gave way to Asuka and Kairi Sane as the Kabuki Warriors win the tag team championships. I think everybody kind of expected this to have this outcome.
Yeah.
So we go to a commercial break. We come back from the break. Asuka and Sane were double teaming on a Chance. They were in control. Asuka ran at Chance. But Chance pulled the second rope down, and Asuka spilled out to the floor. Kairi Sane ran at Katana Chance, and Chance threw Sane to the outside, but Kaden wasn't on the apron for a tag. Eventually, Kaden tagged in and splashed onto Sane and Asuka. Carter then hit a running boot to Asuka before landing a springboard leg drop on Asuka for a 2 count. Kairi tagged back in, and the Kabuki Warriors hit a double team move on Kaden Carter for a near fall. Sane landed a spinning back fist on Carter, and Sane went to the top rope. Sane went for her elbow, but Carter got her feet up. Sane landed on those feet and sold the spot, holding her elbow. She did it so well, I thought she was legitimately hurt. Went for her elbow, Carter got the feet up. Asuka tagged in, Carter got in a modified Sister Abigail. Katana Chance tagged back in, and Katana and Kaden hit the keg stand. This was a pretty epic keg stand that they did. She got some big hang time in the air. I thought that was it, but Sane broke up the pin attempt at legitimately 2.9. Things broke down. Kairi and Chance fought on the outside. Sane slammed Chance onto the commentary table, and it was at this point I knew the match was over because Asuka kicked Carter in the head, tagged Insane. She went to the top and landed the Insane elbow. It was almost like a reverse DDT Insane elbow tag team finish at the same time, which looked great. And they got the 1, 2, 3, and Damage Control now holds the Women's World Championship, or the WWE Women's Championship, I should say, on Smackdown, and the Women's Tag Team Championships in WWE. So now all we are looking for is Bayley to win the Royal Rumble. I've gone back and forth on my prediction for the Women's Royal Rumble. No longer am I going with Bayley. I think the outcome of this match pretty much confirmed that Bayley is not winning the Royal Rumble. I'm going with Becky Lynch to win the Royal Rumble. Becky and Nia, I have a feeling they're going to be the last 2 in the Rumble. I have a feeling that's going to be the case. I think that's the story they've been telling. I mean, it's kind of predictable. But I can see Becky and Bayley being the final 2 as well, with Becky going over. I think Bayley is going to get eliminated, and she's going to lose her opportunity at WrestleMania. That's just me. And I honestly think at that point, Damage Control is going to turn on Bayley, and then we get Bayley kicked out of Damage Control. Liv Morgan is not winning the Royal Rumble. Liv Morgan against anybody is not a WrestleMania. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that she's not a favorite. She's definitely my dark horse. But I don't think Liv Morgan wins the Royal Rumble. I would be shocked if Liv Morgan comes back. I hope it's Bayley. I'm going with that. The Kabuki Warriors win the tag team titles. I don't think anybody was really surprised by this outcome. I think it was pretty predictable since last week when they made the match official for this one. Paul Heyman was backstage, I should say, talking to Solo Sikoa in their locker room. And he was talking to the big man. Jimmy was there as well. Heyman told Solo he solved the problem, but the tribal chief wanted him to fix the problem. And don't be merciful. Solo stared at his tape gum and said, okay. Jimmy stood and asked Heyman, is that a smirk? It's pretty scary. Heyman told Jimmy that Reigns went from the big dog to the tribal chief because he saw an opportunity, and Heyman then talked about Seth Rollins looking to drag his visionary self into WrestleMania, and he told Jimmy to win the Royal Rumble and challenge Seth and beat him for the World Heavyweight title and bring it to the bloodline. And then you're going to understand that the line of succession to who is truly the tribal chief all starts at the Royal Rumble. I love, and maybe you guys feel the same way. I love when WWE brings yet another scenario to the table. Everybody's going with hope. Everybody's going with hope, right? They added hope to the mix on Monday. he confronted Seth Rollins, stared down Seth Rollins and told him that I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. When I do, I'm going to choose you. And then I'm going to break your back and take your title. They're really playing up Gunther to win the Royal Rumble. I would not be upset with that at all. Drew McIntyre is also a threat. Sami Zayn, who I'm sure we'll see tomorrow, is a threat. And then they throw this one. Jimmy Uso. And we know Jimmy Uso is not going to win the Royal Rumble. We don't know what type of role Jimmy Uso is going to play in the Royal Rumble. Jimmy Uso's got a lot of enemies in the Royal Rumble. Jimmy Uso's got a brother that I'm sure is looking for him in the Royal Rumble. But I love that WWE's presented us with another option here. In this case, another option that you can see play out. Jimmy Uso. Roman wants you to go win the Royal Rumble. Rollins is compromised right now. Win the Royal Rumble. Challenge Rollins at WrestleMania. Bring the world title to the Bloodline. And you could possibly be the successor to the Tribal Chief. It's a plausible outcome that WWE said, you know what, out of all these other outcomes, throw that out. I like it. I like it. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits are out for a face-to-face with the final testing. So they're out there. Before we even get to them, WWE aired a vignette on Hulk Hogan saying St. Petersburg is special and he spent most of his whole life there. Clips aired of Hogan and Dusty Rhodes in their primes. He says, if you're going to waltz down and kick the hornet's nest, you better be ready. ... Rumble ready. Now, I know a lot of people are afraid that Hulk Hogan will be in the Royal Rumble match. This does not mean Hulk Hogan is going to be in the Royal Rumble match. The man can barely do that. What this does mean, in my honest opinion, unless this was already recorded, Hulk Hogan is going to be the special host of the Royal Rumble, being that he lives in St. Pete, I believe. And he's going to be the host of the Royal Rumble, and he's going to be the voice narrator for tomorrow's Royal Rumble intro. That's what I think. If you're upset with that, I'm going to have to ask you to go and calm yourself down. It's okay, man. Just have the TV on mute. You don't want to hear all that. Bailey. She danced in and saw Bianca Belair pulling her number out of the Golden Tumbler. Belair said she's about to become a two-time Royal Rumble winner. She smiled and strutted off. Bailey then drew her number and seemed less than thrilled. I'm guessing she's number 9 based on her reaction. I don't know. Number 9, number 1, number 2. I don't know. She may have drawn number 1. Who knows? Bobby Lashley. He's out there with a microphone in his hands. He's standing next to the Street Profits, who are now collectively known as the Bride. Gonna take some getting used to. No more hiding. Come out and come get some. The Final Testament made their way out to ringside. Montez says they appear to be scared, something we can never be. Cross smiled. Ellering said there's no fear in carrying Cross. Scarlett's already in the ring, kind of staring a hole into Bobby Lashley. I mean, what a lucky guy he is. Not the worst type of night for Bobby Lashley. Cross then took the microphone and said, when he looks at Lashley and the Profits, all he sees is frustration and desperation. He told the fans to shut up because Karrion Kross was getting the word from the fans in Miami. He said things aren't going according to plan anymore. So if Lashley feels like things aren't in control anymore, that's because they're not. Kross says while they got their face-to-face tonight, they're not getting their fight tonight. Lashley said, well, that's a lie. Oh, yes, we are. The Profits left out of the ring. Scarlett, who was already in the ring, raked Lashley across the eyes, jumped on his back. This led Kross to attack Lashley and throw him shoulder first into the ring post. AOP then beat down the Profits in the ring. Kross bashed Lashley with a cross hammer, and they left the ring, and that was the way they left the Bride laying. Looks like we're setting up a big match for the Elimination Chamber. The Bride versus the Final Testament, big 6-man tag team match. I mean, it's no Shield versus Wyatt family, but least we got some decent creative for carrying force. Austin Theory. He went one-on-one against Carmelo Hayes. Before we got that match, Jimmy Uso drew his number, and he shows his number out of the Golden Tumbler. He said, "No ye," as he pulled his number out, opened the little egg that was there, looked at his number, he walked off and looked dejected. Kind of looks like, it sounds like Jimmy Uso drew number 1. Tribal Chief ain't going to be happy about that, but what is he going to do, man? Look at the draw. Austin Theory, Carmelo Hayes. They went 7 minutes. Happy to see Austin Theory back up on his feet, looking good. Happy to see Carmelo Hayes on Smackdown. And we got a commercial break in the middle of a 7-minute match between two of WWE's brightest young stars. No mas. No good. Most of this match happened in the commercial break. What the fuck was it? Hayes was in a big move for a 2 count. Theory lifted Hayes, but Hayes worked out of it. Waller got on the apron, and Theory and Hayes traded roll-up attempts, but Theory grabbed the tights and ultimately got a victory here by pulling the tights of Carmelo Hayes. After the match, Waller and Theory attacked Hayes, and Trick Williams comes out from NXT. Whoop that Trick. Makes the save. Crowd knew who Trick Williams was. Not really surprised, being that they were in Miami. Crowd was chanting, "Whoop that Trick." Hayes appeared to be bothered that Williams was there, as I'm assuming that they're going to tie up their storyline on NXT. I can see them going one-on-one at Stand and Deliver. I don't know how they're going to work into that, but Trick Williams was out there who made the save on Carmelo Hayes, and that was a pretty big deal for Miami tonight. Carry-on guy. Solo, Jimmy, and Heyman walked off to him. He looked nervous. He turned to leave and said, "Respect." Heyman told Solo, "Don't worry about it. He was respect. It was good week." Heyman said maybe he was wrong about carry on. Clearly, he's the tribal chief. Clearly, he doesn't want to sit at the head of the table. Main event. Solo Sikoa. Exactly what Paul Heyman and Jimmy Uso against LA Knight. Yeah! This really wasn't much of a match because at the end, it was ended by DQ. LA Knight wins by DQ because of AJ Styles. Has anybody wondered what they did with Solo Sikoa after he squashed John Cena at the Crown Jewel pay-per-view? They haven't done much with him at all. Not like he's buried or anything, but they failed to capitalize on that momentum, and they just let it kind of squander away. This match didn't really matter. I mean, it all ended in a DQ. LA Knight landed a running knee on Solo. AJ appeared out of nowhere from the crowd, jumped off the barricade, and hit LA Knight with a flying phenomenal forearm off the barricade, and gave LA Knight the DQ victory. Styles ran Knight into the ring steps after the match. Jimmy approached Styles with a chair, and Jimmy put the chair down in front of AJ, yelling at AJ to attack LA Knight with it. Take him out. You don't have to worry about him. If you want to take him out now, you don't have to worry about him tomorrow. Styles picked up the chair. Solo yelled at Styles now. Instead of attacking Knight, Styles attacked Jimmy and Solo with the chair. Randy Orton's music hit, and Orton ran to the ring. Orton hit Styles and power slammed Uso. Sikoa pulled Orton to the outside, and Orton dropped Solo on the commentary table. Orton took his shirt off. Orton then grabbed Uso, set him up for the draping DDT, delivered it. Styles got back into the ring, and Orton did the same to Styles. Orton then RKO'd Styles, and that was enough to end the show. Then the trademark logo shows up. Vintage Triple H. And with the trademark logo up, LA Knight hits the BFT on Randy Orton. LA Knight is the one that's going home on the Go Home show with the last laugh. And that's the way Smackdown comes to a close. The show was fun. But it really didn't mean much of anything after today's news of Vince McMahon resigning from World Wrestling Entertainment and TV. I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. I think we're going to have an unbelievable night at the Royal Rumble tomorrow. I can't wait for it. It's going to be greats, and you guys are going to be right here on the show, right here on Off the Scripts, and we're going to fucking party. And we're going to get the year off right with our first DL. It's going to be awesome. Thank you guys very much for all your support, man. What a fucking night. What a stream. We had almost 6,000 on a Friday. You guys enjoyed what we did here today? All I ask is that you hit that thumbs up. We need 85 likes. Let's get to the super chat.
Oh, I think that's it.
What I have to do. Get him out of here. Get this guy out of here, man. Goodbye, GG.
Alright. Alright. Here we go. Bianca Belair Rumble reveals. Doesn't really say. After 55 years, man, 50. Meanwhile, to debut Trick Williams, Ava Wayne, and Electro Lopez. Now it comes on at, it comes on tomorrow at 12. That's Phil and Red. Alright. The Royal Rumble tomorrow night. At the Ultimate. At the kickoff show to the Royal Rumble. Here at the press conference. Alright. Alright, so here's Smackdown. When you on LA Knight get wild. LA Knight solo. What's my must be math? These are superstars that pick their number from the Rumble. Trick Williams. He mega over. He came out, saved Carmelo Hayes from A-Town down. The final testament takes on Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. I do have a feeling that they may announce this match at the Royal Rumble. Maybe we could get a 6-man match. Since we got 4 matches tomorrow night, they could add a 6-man match. Because usually the Rumble have like 5 matches. Or maybe it's on a pre-show, I don't know. Paul Heyman suggested Jimmy Uso to win the Royal Rumble. I do have a feeling that we may see Jay Uso. Maybe Jimmy and Jay might start the Rumble. We'll have to wait and see. Deacon Boogie Warrior won the tag team title. Alexa Lofer debuted. She's now with Santos and Angel and Humberto. Not much on the show. Alright. Okay. I want to show more. I want to talk about this, but now, now, only four matches for the Royal Rumble. My prediction for the men who Royal Rumble is CM Punk, and for the woman, it's Bailey or Becky. Now, Logan Paul, we know he's going to beat Kevin Owens for the U.S. title, and we all know that Roman Reigns will retain his Universal title in that fatal four-way match. Alright. Now, there are some others that I did want to discuss. Alright. Are these all? Not sure I have enough time. Maybe I should probably just end the video until tomorrow night. Yeah, I think I should just end the video. Because it might take too long. Alright, so I will just end the video. And I will do my live stream for the Royal Rumble tomorrow. And I will talk about the show. Until that time, hit that like button. Leave a comment. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'll be back for more. Until next time. Till that time, I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later.